Today, we're going to talk about why that advice is a one-way ticket to a high-stress job you never wanted. Most people get into real estate because they want freedom, but they end up building a business beast that they have to feed every single day. We're going to look at why this small and mighty approach, the one the gurus call too slow, is actually the fastest path to living the life you want. We're going to talk about pasta, protein, and why your home might be your best or worst investment. Let's dive in. I want you to imagine two people. Person A has 80 single-family homes. They have 80 roofs, 80 water heaters, and 80 different tenants calling them. If they aren't careful, they aren't an investor. They're a full-time property manager. Now look at person B. They have 5 to 10 properties, all paid off, sitting in a great neighborhood. Person B is calm. They have options. They have enough cash flow to cover their life. And they aren't chasing the next deal just to keep the machine running. The Go Big crowd focuses on top-line revenue and ego. But freedom is found in the bottom line, the net profit. Large apartment buildings are impressive, and yes, they make people very wealthy. But they are complex. They are like steering the Titanic. If the market shifts, turning that ship is nearly impossible. A small portfolio of houses? That's a speedboat. You can pivot, you can sell one off, and you can adapt. Don't be a manager, be an owner. Let's talk about the difference between making money and building wealth. A lot of people suggest starting a small business instead of buying real estate because a business cash flows faster. Think of it like a farmer. A small business is like planting corn. You plant in the spring, you work hard all summer, and you eat well in the fall. But if you don't plant again next year, you starve. Real estate is an apple tree. In year 1, 2, and 3, you get nothing. You're just watering a stick in the ground. People will look at you and say, "Why are you doing that? My corn is 6 feet tall." But 10 years later, that apple tree is producing fruit every single year whether you work or not. You don't have to keep planting. You just have to harvest. The goal is to use your corn, your job or business, to fund your apple trees, your real estate. Is real estate passive? No. Anyone telling you it's set it and forget it is selling you something. But it is passive enough. I've lived in other countries for years at a time. My work consisted of getting a text from a property manager saying a water heater burst, texting back, replace it, and going back to dinner. That's the beauty of it. It takes a massive amount of work from the front end, finding the deal, fixing it up, vetting the manager. But once the systems are in place, a mature portfolio takes maybe an hour or two a week. Compared to a 40-hour-a-week job, that's as passive as it needs to be. Some people say your home is your worst investment. And if you buy a massive mansion with a high mortgage and high taxes that drains your bank account, they're right. But what if your house paid you? This is house hacking. You buy a duplex, live in one side, and rent the other. Or you rent out a basement or a spare room. When you offset your biggest expense, housing, you accelerate your wealth building by decades. Don't just buy a place to sleep. Buy an asset that covers its own cost. Finally, how do you manage risk? I love the pasta and protein strategy. Pasta buildings are the ones with debt. They are for growth. You eat pasta live cheaply, while you use leverage to build your empire. Protein buildings are the ones you've paid off. They're the steak on your plate. They provide steady, safe cash flow that survives market crashes. The mistake people make is going all in on one side. If you have all pasta and the market drops, you go hungry. If you have all protein too early, you never grow. The small and mighty investor knows how to balance both. The real question isn't how many units you own. It's does your real estate give you enough money to pay your bills and enough time to enjoy your life? If the answer is yes, you've won. You don't need 1,000 units to be free. You just need a plan that works for you. If you want to see exactly how I've applied these lessons over the last 2 decades, check out my next video on the biggest lessons in real estate. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.